Good morning. Welcome back. Hey, today we're going to be busy. Um, we are going to collect some bales. Well, collect and collect. I mean, I'm going to collect them. But first, I'm going to wrap them. I did some cutting on my field, my grass field. And also, as you can see in front there, I got some new equipment. That blue one, the cultivator, the Lemken, it was on sale, so I figured, why not buy it? And I did, as you can see. Now the red planter or cedar, I never remember which is which. That one I'm leasing because I'm going to be planting or seeding next month. But this month we are going to collect the grass from there. I was in a very fortunate position. Like I told you before, I need a certain amount of money every year to keep the farm going, as is. Now it's changed because I got more equipment. But basically, what I need to do is, or what I was forced to do was to get a bit more work done. So I needed to hire out my services. Which, I mean, yeah, I wasn't really keen on doing it, but I had to because I had no choice. And there was a two-part advantage to doing that. One was that I could, they needed help, harvesting some sorghum. And since I was the delivery guy, I figure, why not deliver the sorghum that they need or that they've sold, and then I keep the rest to feed my chickens. Sadly though, previously I had already purchased the chicken feed, so I had like an abundance of chicken feed, but it's okay. I missed out on planting wheat, so it's okay. I will rectify that next month when I will be planting wheat on this field up ahead, and I will plant barley on the field behind. Or I could do something else, like maybe soybeans or something on that field. Wheat is what I need to feed my chickens. So the wheat is not going to be sold. It's going to be to feed my chickens, which now are a full coop. I have 360 chickens. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm getting a lot of eggs as well, so I'm going to be selling that. But the other fortunate thing about doing the work like I did for those farmers and the sorghum was that there was a lot of straw left, which again I could get. Let's see, there we go. And as I was collecting the straw, I got a call from this hay place just across the street from here, saying that, hey, you don't happen to have a bunch of extra straws, do you? Because we are like in dire need of straws. The shipment that they ordered from somewhere else didn't come through, so they needed straws and nobody else was having a bunch of straws. And I was like, yeah, I can help you out. I have the straws that you need. So that's what I did. I helped them out. I sold them the straws that I had, or a bunch of straws that they needed. It was glorious. They were willing to pay a premium price, which is actually more than what is usually offered in December when you know they are in dire need of straw. So I was happy. That netted me a nice chunk of change that I needed to just keep the farm going. So not only did I get a bunch of, what do you call it, extra straw, I also got to sell a bunch of extra straw, which is great. So now I have a bunch of extra straw, as you can see. I still got plenty of it, and I've also been cutting my grass to make silage bales. So I have a bunch of those as well, which is also nice. And now I'm just going to collect them using my bale collector over there. And then I'm done for the month. Well, I'm kind of done for the month. In a way, what I did make a mistake by purchasing this Lemken cultivator here. And the mistake is that this one that I'm leasing, this cedar planter thing, it does cultivating itself as well as it fertilizes. So that's always a good thing. So I really don't need that one at the moment. However, I do plan in the future to go into maybe corn or beets or potatoes, sunflowers, those kind of things. And then I would need a cultivator. So think of it more as a purchase for the future rather than a mistaken purchase. Okay, I need to clean this one up. Not yet. So, yeah, this is great, isn't it? I could leave the bales out here to ferment, but nah, I'd rather just bring them in. Get it over with, you know, put it under cover, because we are getting into the later month of the year, and as such, the weather will become slightly more unpredictable. So, yeah, this is great. And the last one, maybe it's a bit of overkill here, but it's a good tool. Okay, that was quick work. So, yeah, like I said, there isn't really much else to do this month. I have been kind of busy, and I will start planting soon. I will start with this field, wheat, and then I will move on to this field, and I don't know, soybeans maybe? It's either would work, I believe. Okay, And that's done. There we go. Nice and snug in place. So, yeah, I will park this up. I will grab a bite to eat. Then I will see you guys next month. Be right back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A few things have happened. I got more sheep in both pens, which is awesome. And which also means I got more wool, more sheep's milk, and of course the chicken is laying eggs like there is no tomorrow. But today is the day we plant for the future. Sounds good. I have to use the drone camera for this because I need to line up like really nicely. Here we go. Still early in the morning, but I believe I can get this done. I could use the ridge markers if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And I figured out what they do actually, if I am not mistaken, is when you use a ridge marker, like for this instance I will use the left one, and I will make like a groove into the soil. And then on the way back, I will just keep that centered on the tractor, and I will use the ridge marker on the right side instead to create the next one on the path back. Okay. So that's quite a useful tool that can be used for your farm work. And it's clever how, just a simple idea like that could really give you the help that you need to run a farm. It's not much. It's just a ridge marker at the right length, making a groove in the field so you know where to drive next time to get the maximize optimized work done. Like I'm using the drone to help me out now instead of the ridge marker, and I'm still worried I'm going to miss stuff because even if what I'm going to say is that small adjustments, once you notice that you're off course or something like that, you need to do a small adjustment, and sometimes that is not happening in time. And also, you're turning your tractor one way and the implement in behind is turning the other way. So you really have to pay attention to the work that you do. But this is much faster work than using the previous seeder that I had, which was 3 meters. This one is 5 meters. So I'm making about, 80% more, 75% more seeding per pass, which is all very nice. I was also looking into how much it would cost this fields here, the olive and grape fields. They're not overly expensive. With the sale that I did of the premium sale of the straw that I did, I would have been able to afford to get one of those fields. And I was looking into what is the first step I need, or the first thing I need if I buy a grape or olive grove, and that would be the harvester. And leasing that is, I mean, the machine itself is over 300,000, but you could lease it for slightly less than that. But I just feel like my expenses would just skyrocket if I were to go that, because, yeah, I just need to harvest it. If I buy it with the vines, grapes still on the vines, or the olives still on the trees, or whatever they're called over there. But then what? You know, it's all the all the other work that you need to do. You need to prune, and you need to a lot of work goes into it. So the overall cost would be just way more than I'm able to spend at this time. And I was looking at the field over there that I talked about earlier as well, about maybe purchasing that, and I will purchasing it. I've been talking to the owner, and they are willing to sell at a reasonable price. I could have afforded it, like I said, when I sold the straw bales, but I needed the money for other things. I needed the money to carry me over until I'm able to start selling my stuff. And I'm going to cutting it very close here, because I actually don't know if I may have to start selling stuff a little bit too early, just to make ends meet, so to speak. It's not a terrible place to be in, having to sell things a little bit early. It's not ideal, of course, but what is there to do, right? I have no choice. It's not like I'm missing a lot in terms of funds to carry me over, but I do know that come wintertime, I can start selling the straw, the hay, the silage. I can sell the oats that I have. And I can sell eggs at a premium as well. And I can sell the milk, the sheep's milk, as well as a premium. The wool I would sell next year. Actually, I think I missed the premium window for sheep's milk. It's okay. That one is cooler, so it keeps stuff cool and collected. So, it costs a little bit of energy, but it is what it is. So, I think I got like 40,000 liters or something like that on this field of wheat last time. And the chicks eat a lot, but I figured that if I plant wheat every other year on a field like this, then I could make it work. And also, if I do get that field in the beginning of next year, which I plan to do, because I don't really need any more equipment as of now, I can plant sorghum there. And then I harvest the sorghum, which means I can then plant something else within the same year. I believe if me reading the Farmer's Almanac is correctly about the planting seasons and stuff like that. So, yeah, I want to stay around this area when it comes to buying fields and stuff until I can comfortably make a large enough profit to get hold of a bigger equipment. Now I have a T6 New Holland tractor and I have a T7 New Holland tractor that I'm leasing. I was contemplating returning the T6, but it is useful for some extra work. Like when I'm harvesting, I'm gonna be hiring someone to help me offload my combine. So they don't need to drive the T7 because I might be in need of that elsewhere or something. So yeah, that's my plan. And I like it. It's a small tractor. It's easy to get around with. I need to service them eventually. But you know, I can get the T8, which is the bigger size New Holland. If we're sticking with the New Holland farm, which I think I'm going to do because I do like the New Holland and the look of the tractor, the feel, all of those things. So yeah, that's the plan. New Holland, as far as I can go. Of course, they're not doing all types of equipment that you need on a farm, but for that I will use something else. And I think the next major purchase would actually have to be a bigger combine, because the one that I have, it has a very small tank, and it also yeah, it has a very small header to harvest the field. It's not like it takes super long to do it, but the fact that it's mostly the tank. The fact that I need to empty it out as often as I do on a field like this here field, it's like 2 passes and the tank is full. If I do a good, get a good crop yield, which is always the plan. Okay. Was a slight miss there. Grab that. There we go. Okay, now I'm just messing up here. So yeah, a larger combine, something that had at least twice the size tank. I think that would be very beneficial. And also a wider header. The other benefit of that is when I do harvesting and the swath, the less passes I need to do, the quicker I can collect the straw. It's not like I get more straw, it's just, it's a quicker pass. Instead of doing like 12, 14 passes up and down, I may only have to do 8 or so. So it's a benefit all around for that thing. Maybe there is one on sale. I mean, I've seen some on sale, but I didn't have the money to buy it. And again, even though I paid back some of the money that I borrowed from the bank, they are still very cautious about lending me more money, which I understand. I don't want to be indebted to them all the time. I want to be able to maintain my farm by myself and make a profit that I can pay off the loan. I can eventually buy the equipment that I have, expand. And also with a combine, getting a bigger combine, if I'm getting that field, I will have like 3 fields that in some cases may need to be harvested at the same month or in the same month. And that is just a lot of extra work If you can do it quicker, then you don't feel so stressed. So that's my plan. A bigger combine. I can return this because I'm just leasing this one, I believe. I have to look into the papers. It's hard to tell sometimes, if you have equipment long enough, you just pay your bills as usual. You don't, it's like it's not separate bills for each item that I'm leasing. It's like, since I'm leasing it from the same place, it's like a combination bill. Like everything on that bill covers the thing that I'm leasing. I mean, it's itemized if I were to read the body of the letter or the bill, but I don't always do that. I did in the beginning, of course, but then it becomes more like, you sort of see the lines. Like, there are 6 items that you are leasing, and then, you just see like, okay, 6 lines, good, that makes sense. The sum that I pay is about the same, so also makes sense. So you don't really pay attention, or I don't always pay attention to all the details on a bill. Cold coffee. Yummy. Well, not really. But I'm almost done with this field, which is great. And I think that, I'm all chatted out. I believe I need to, well, actually I can, this one is kind of easy, but the other one I have to sort of, well, I wouldn't say easy, but the reason I started on this side was because of that vineyard there, which happens to be white grapes, by the way. And they're very sweet. I've been sampling a few as I've been walking past. Don't tell the owner. I guess you can expect that some loss at times. Like for example, when I was younger growing up, I grew up next to a cornfield. I don't know if I told this story before, but when the school bus dropped me off, it dropped me off on the main road, which was on the other side. The cornfield was between where the bus dropped me off and where I lived, which meant that I could walk on the street to get home, or I could walk through the cornfield, which was a bit closer. So I walked through the cornfield, and I snagged a corn, husk it, and then eat it on the way home. It was very nice. I liked it. So you can expect a bit of loss when you are, I mean, one corn here or there. I mean, I didn't do it every day. I don't think so. But yeah, you can expect a little bit of loss, either to, neighbors or birds or other animals. So, get a little turn here. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I will sort this out and I will finish off this field, and then I will get started on the other one, or finish that one as well. And then it's time to start selling stuff, I believe. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoyed me talking about stuff, plans for the future, some memories from the past. And yeah, it's been great. I hope to see you next time. Until then, please do take care. Bye-bye.